Hey guys, I just want to hop on here for a few minutes and just kind of give you my outlook on the way I view the world. I don't get on social media and just pretend my life is perfect. Sometimes, I'm always trying to keep positive. So, I'm very transparent on things I go through. I am human. I struggle. I'm a single mom. Sometimes I worry how I pay my bills. I've lost my sister. I struggle with that. My nephew. There's just so many things that I deal with on a day-to-day basis that is overwhelming, and just like everybody else. So it's not to focus on my problems, but the moral of the story is, as a social worker in the ER, I tend to see people every day that have it so much worse than I do. I might be struggling to pay my bills, but I have patients that come in that don't even have a home. They're in their cars, living out of their cars with their children, trying to take them to school and have nothing. So, it puts me into check. Like, I'm very blessed. So, why I post positive things is to encourage others. And I, as I said, I'm very transparent on what I go through. I just want to be able to help someone if they're struggling, just to kind of say, hey, I can do this. It takes a lot of self discipline, self help books, and listening to positive things. It's not easy, but you know, life can get you down. But if you focus on the negativities and the negatives, that's what your mindset is going to be, and you're always going to be negative and unhappy, and you'll see everything in a negative light. So I refuse to be that way. I post to encourage, to be positive. If it wasn't for God and my faith getting me through my losses, and still I struggle with that. But I- again, I just remain focused. What would I show my children? So I just think about that. So I challenge you guys all to, like, whoever's going through something, and just try to shift your mindset from focusing on what you don't have or what's going wrong or whatnot, to look around and concentrate on what you do have. Life is short. I'm always living life as it was my last. People judge because the way I live my life, but I don't owe anybody an explanation on how I live my life, because because I've lost, I don't want to waste my time or my energy on things, and have regrets. So it's, never compare yourself, because people's lives, we all go through things. That life is a roller coaster, but I try to remain more positive, and keep people motivated, and encourage them, because if I can change someone's life, and make it better, knowing that they're struggling but they can overcome, I feel like I made a difference. So stay strong, think positive, have hope, keep persevering. I have faith in you, and just have a great day.